Good afternoon, everybody. Hello, it's Elster Nation here. Right, I have got Goliaths I need to finish. I'm now unintentionally in a race with Phil to get these done. Now, I'm going to see if I can show you this. This will be. Let's see if we can get this in. Let's go really close. There we go. So, yeah. So we've got one done. I need to get the rest done now. So you'll see how that goes today. Also, as well, I've been sent a, as a gift. One of the people that watches the channel wanted to show his appreciation. But I'm not a fond supporter of Patreon. I'm not really a fan of it myself. It's got its own reasoning and logic to it. But he wanted to do something, and he asked me if I'd ever use these, and these are watercolor paints. And the answer was nope, not used them before. And as a gift, he sent me some. So he sent me the red set. So all of these, the reds going into yellows, and also the metallic sets. So I think these are basic metallic sets. So you get metallic black, metallic dark copper, copper, antique gold, pale gold, pewter, silver, and white. All the metallics, which I think is pretty awesome. So yeah, I'm going to be doing a video on that. Also, I'll get some pictures up of the Goliaths once we're done. I may even use some of these paints on the Goliaths, but we'll see. Yeah, we'll see how things go. So it's going to be a little bit of painting some dull metals first off, because I need to get batch painting of metal color down on them, and then it's kind of weathering them up. And once they're weathered up, you can highlight them. Hey, Bazooka J Rambo, hello, how are you, good sir? So yeah, that's the idea. Get some metals down on these Goliaths, and then we can start weathering them up, do the trousers, any other detailing, and then they're done. And that will be all of these done, dusted, and then they can be shipped off to the world of wherever I decide to sell them. And yeah, should be good. So, but it took me a long time this morning to finish one of them. So I don't think this is going to be a quick task. As much as I wanted to get them done fast, I seem to be putting an extraordinary amount of effort into them. So it looks like these ones are going into what we call the pro painted section, where it means you actually spend a bit of effort on them. And rightly so, if I'm going to sell them, I think I should spend a bit of effort on them. Don't know why I think that logic. Is that right? Should I spend less effort on them because I'm selling them and spend more effort on my own? Conundrum. What a conundrum. So yes, how is everyone today? Going to be building my gangs over the weekend. Nice. Nice. What gangs are you going for, Bazooka J? Are you just going for the Goliaths and the Escher, or have you got one of the others in mind? I'm personally super excited about the Orlocks. They look boss. I want the Orlocks. I want the Orlocks. They look amazing. It's weird, like I painted these guys red. Looking at the artwork, it's not as much red on them as I thought. It generally was a bit like, it's like, okay. Not as much red. There's more metal and browns and stuff on them than there is red, I think. So, yeah, interesting. Anyone who's painted them Be interested to know your thoughts. See if you've done a different color scheme. I'm intrigued because the old color schemes, don't necessarily know if it was red. It might have been. Probably since they went for red with the Goliaths on this one. But I remember like rainbow colored Mohicans and stuff like that. Something crazy. So I wonder if that's going to be the same. Should we do a rainbow colored Mohican on one of these guys? That would be funny. Yeah, apologies if you watched the show last night. I was a little bit sluggish on it. I was kind of tired. Very long day, and I do start early in the morning, so maybe evenings is not the best time to do. Like later on the evenings, probably not the best time to do chill and chats. Mainly because I'm completely out of it. But yeah, sorry if it was a bit like. I had quite a lot of viewers, so generally a bit surprised about. Wonderful. So this guy has pistols and grenades. Oh, she looks like a bolter, to be fair. It's not a pistol, it's a full-on kind of rifle for any normal person. I want the Warlocks, but I have ideas and paint schemes now for Goliaths and Ashes, so I enjoy painting them. Yeah. The painting Gomba. Hello. Goomba. Goomba. Sorry, not Gomba. Goomba. Nice. Hello. My glass will be very metal punkazoids with blue denim and orange marks. I like it. Based on Vivian from the Young Ones. Yes. Probably yellow and black guns. I like that thought. I like Vivian from the Young One. I like the reference. Like have the metal studs in and everything like that. That'd be amazing. I like that. I like if you could do like a Juve that is his name Richie in the Young Ones? The one that Rick Mail played. Is it Richie? I can't remember his name in the Young Ones. I just remember Bottom. I don't remember Young Ones too much. I do like the point of reference though. Like proper old school that. Oh, I'm super jealous now. That's an awesome idea. I do need to see if I can get it sorted so I can have music playing on this so we can have a bit of music for people to entertain themselves with as well. I will figure that out one day. I can't really be bothered with setting up the sort of live stream where you use XSplit or something like that. Mainly because I don't really like when you have live streams with other people. I don't like the fact that I can't see them. It's like one of the things with me and Spud, because I can see him and what the jokes he's telling and stuff like that, it does make it funnier. If I couldn't see him, I think that a lot of the jokes we'd be talking about would just get lost. So yeah, I'm not a massive fan of doing it the encoder way. Hence why, and it's easier. It's so much easier setting this up. So much easier. Do. Rick. Oh yeah. On the back of the video it says very metal. Yes, very metal. I love that. I love that idea. Makes me want to go watch Young Ones and Bottom all over again. Oh, it's just a shame Rick Mail's gone. It's just a shame. He was like one of my idols, mainly because you kind of knew, like, I got the impression I'd know where I stand with him. Like, if I ever met him face to face, I know he'd be a bit of a tosser, really. He'd just be like, "Oh yeah, I don't really care," and I love that. I love that idea. I hate the idea of meeting people you idolize and you wanting them to be really nice, and you find out they're just tossers. And I'm sure people probably thought that of me as well in certain occasions and stuff like that. So I'm not saying I'm excited because you're like you got to catch people in different moods, different days, and stuff like that as well. But yeah, I always got the impression if you met Rick Mail, you just knew he'd be a tosser anyway. So it didn't really matter. um. Oh, okay, cool. So your ashes are going to be like Wonder Woman. Amazon theme also thinking Minnie the Minx from the Beano comics. I like your thought process there, Bazooka. I like that. And that will stand out because people will have something to relate to with that. So I'm very intrigued to see that when that's done. So if you could let me know and send me some pics, I would be really intrigued to see that. Likewise, if anyone's watching this has got some interesting pics of stuff they painted they want to show me, just drop me a message on the Facebook page. I'm happy to have a look. I don't always get around to seeing all of the pictures I want to see, so Facebook is a fickle thing. One minute you think you're on top of it, the next minute, nope. So, yeah, if anyone does want to send me pictures of stuff they painted, I will gladly take a look at them. Because there's always cool minis out there, and there's always someone's got a cool idea about something, and you're like, yeah, that's awesome. Well done for doing something awesome. Hmm. Let's see. Oh yeah, I think he would be a good laugh, but you know he'd be a tosser as well at the same time, which is why I think he'd be a good laugh. Because he'd just feel like generally, he'd just take the Mickey out of you if you did something stupid, or take the Mickey out of anyone, and I think that'd be amazing. So yeah, I completely diverge and take us off subject. I was looking around this morning for stuff to add to my wish list because my birthday is shortly after Christmas. People always ask me what I want and stuff like that. I'm like, just have a look on my Amazon wish list. It's a lot easier. Um, and I went on Green Stuff World. I just there's so many tools and stuff I want. I just it's not even funny. I'm just like, oh come on. I like that's amazing. I want that. I want that. I want that. Just just everything. Just everything there. Um yeah, just everything. That's all I want. um uh, 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 uh. Just having a look at some gangs here to see if I've yeah, that should be metal. Okay, that's cool. Just checking to see if his chest plate should be metal. I think it should. He's got a bit too much red going on. Do 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 do. So what's everyone's plans for the weekend then? Anyone got anything interesting they're doing? Mm, it's incredibly how fiddly these things. You think these guys would be like kind of simple, but they're really quite fiddly with the amount of stuff they got going on with them. So yeah, watch out for that if you're going to get the Goliaths. They've got quite a lot of stuff going on. It's a weird thing as well. I'm finding when doing live shows, I keep on thinking of songs that are running through my head. And I keep on thinking, because sometimes I just sing to myself. I'm not a good singer. I used to be in a heavy metal band. I used to be able to do it. But the voice, your voice is an instrument. And if you don't keep it in shape, you can't really do it anymore. So, yeah, I'm nowhere as good as what I used to be. Um, but yes, it's very, very odd when I want to sing to myself, but I'll be singing some sort of heavy metal song. And it's just, it's worrying that any second now I'll slip into screaming and singing something else and it would just deafen everyone. It's such an odd sensation to control that, just to shout at things. But yeah, that was a completely random little tangent. It was just I was thinking of a song and I was like, ah, la, 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 I'm gonna sing this song, and I'm like, no, I will deafen everyone if I start singing that. So yeah, a random little thing which popped into my head this then. Um, yeah, so painting Goliaths. Let's see if we can get them all done this weekend is the key. That's the aim of the game. Whether or not we do or we don't is another story altogether. Yeah, the amount of stuff on Green Stuff World is just oh well. I've spent most of the morning trying to figure out how to use my phone as I'm streaming, for streaming painting, but gave up and ordered a webcam. Yeah, that's fair enough, mate. It's tricky to use your phone. Put decorations up, eat, build gangers, eat, email old family photos to my cousin, eat, order presents, next day delivery, and eat. Loving, loving that. Lol, sing some Dio. No, 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 no. Mark Dewhurst is in the house. Hello, how are you doing, Mark? Um, yes. So we're painting up Necromunda gangers. It's amazing what the metal does to the whole gang thing because they kind of look very, very, very unfinished. But as soon as you get a little bit of metal on them, you kind of get to the stage where you're like, oh, he's almost done. And the whole kind of perspective of them changes, which is amazing what a color will do. Because you look at a model, you think you understand it, and then you put some color on it, and it changes so much. Which is why I think the box art from GW can be so misleading and so important sometimes, because if it's not done right, it just looks weird. Like Mortarion, yeah, he was weird. He was weird. I don't think they quite got him right. Purple, I can maybe see what they were going for color wise, but purple, nah. They should have. I say they should have. I would like to think possibly they did more than one and they picked the best out of the bunch. Might be wrong. But I think thing is, I'd say if I went for the green and a white with Mortarion, then the problem is it would blend quite a lot. So I can see why they went for the purple as the breakup. I probably would have used a red in there to try and really get some focus and contrast in there, because even with the purples, it's very, very, very busy and it does blend quite a lot, so you can't really tell where Mortarian's head is, which is a bit of a shame because you think that such an iconic character would be very much more imposing and outstanding. But it's a little bit confusing looking at the box art of Mortarion. Not like a bad thing. It's very well painted. Don't get me wrong. Um, just a little bit confusing. That's all. But again, maybe it's just me expecting a different kind of color scheme and not getting it, so I get confused and like, huh? Why have they done it that way? So, right. Do do do. Concentration time, focusing on painting and not talking. Goes weird. Do do. Sure model paintings you want? Yes, it is indeed. Yeah, that is the truest statement. I would think with all art, it's yours. You do what you want with it. You create it, unless you're getting paid to do it, and they want a specific color. In which case, you kind of got to do it their way, but it's not necessarily your model in that case. So, which is always an interesting thing because everyone's like, it's your thing. You do what you want. But when you get good enough, people start wanting you to do commission painting. You've got to do the opposite of what you want. You've got to do what they want. Sometimes you get some artistic license, which is nice when you get that. Sometimes you don't. And every single thing you do is picked apart, and people criticize everything. I think that's one of the worst parts about being a commission painter is you do something, you think you got to the stage you're happy with it. And you show it to a client, they're like, nope, not happy. You're like, hmm. But luckily, if you've got a good client, they'll go, oh, I wanted it like this. You're like, okay, that's feasible. That's a doable thing. Let's do that. Luckily, my clients have been relatively good. I've not had any bad ones. Do 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 do. I also have my trusty cup of tea, which has gone slightly cold. That I've not even touched it for a while. Yummy. I wonder if I sit and paint like this, you guys can actually see what I'm painting to a degree. If I paint like that, it's a bit weird for me, but you guys can see it. Maybe it makes the stream a bit more entertaining. Sadly, I don't have a camera which is good enough to focus in and zoom in on the actual part I'm painting. Plus, that probably wouldn't be any good because I tend to move quite a bit, so probably wouldn't do that much. Kilroy! Hello! Box art is so boring, no wonder I don't commission paint. Yeah. Ah, commission painting can be fun, can give you some amazing opportunities. So this is my current work in progress too. Oh, face ache. Let's have a look. Face ache. Come here, face ache. Ooh, we got some stuff. Let's have a ganders. come on, internet. I know we're live streaming. I know you don't like it when it's live streaming and doing other things. You had that gigantic update. Ooh, that is very nice. One of the Blight Kings. Ooh, I do like that. I like the skin tones on it. Are you going to highlight the armor up anymore on that? I'm intrigued. I do like the skin tones on that. Ooh, very nice. Very nice indeed. If people would like to see this stuff presented on the screen as well, let me know. And obviously, with their permission, I shall show everyone else on the chat what is happening as well and what I'm looking at. Because I think it's relatively good. When I say relatively, because it's a work in progress, you could absolutely destroy it and wreck it by just dunking it in black paint. But if you carry on the way you're going, I think that's going to be an outstanding model. And let's go back to the chat. Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? There. Sometimes when you get commissions and their idea is a bit poo, you have to say, that's a good idea, but how about this, which is miles better? Yes, I have had that. People have suggested things, and I'm like, okay, I can try it. And I'm like, I don't really think it's good. Am I looking at I haven't used the watercolors paints yet. I might use them in a minute actually, because I need to do some highlights on the Goliaths. So I've got one guy finished, and there's a couple of like the light colors in here for the metallics. I'm gonna have a bash at. I might use some of the reds actually for touch-ups. Maze of Rackham. I've commissioned 2 projects and have been rock solid about a couple of things, but other than that, my general opinion is get it done. Up to you how. Yeah. At the end of the day, someone's paying you to paint, so you can get it done. A few more shades brighter. What you're looking at? Sure. Ooh. Slow down. Slow down. Wargamer Online didn't ask me to slow down. It's a good method. Dunk, dip, and dry. Yeah. Hi, Mason sounds like a cool client. I was the client. Lol. Yes. It's Phil. Hello, Phil. How are we? To start with. Okay. How so weird? I didn't look at the True Earth ever. Sorry, Mark. That is one of the ones I do want to get around to. Yes, I do want to get around to them. 101 things to do, sadly. So I will try and get around to. They did look amazing though. I was inches away from buying a load of those. But again, it's one of the things. Kilroy is very kindly the person that sent me these. So just have to say thank you again to Kilroy on this one. We'll give them a try in a minute or so, just see how they get on. But yeah, there's a load of things I'd love to try. I'd love to try a lot of stuff from Green Stuff World. Like seriously, the amount of stuff from there is crazy. I want to do a lot of things. What I can do, or what I have the capacity to do, versus like time, money, and all that jazz is kind of a different story altogether. But I'll tell you what, when you have a rubbish week of work, I've seriously been considering, and I was like, how can I become a full-time commission painter? How can I do it and make as much money as I do my normal job? And sadly, I don't think I can. It's just not a feasible thing. It doesn't, as much as you'd like to think YouTube will supply you with enough funds to be able to do it. I don't think using YouTube as a business platform is a very good idea, because they can just change the rules whenever they want, and there's nothing you can do about it. So they could just go, no, we're not going to pay you anymore. We're like, oh, okay, that's my entire business down the drain. So, yeah, a bit like that whole the guy at work was talking about bitcoins. I really don't know anything about bitcoin, so just like tell you flat out now, like I ain't got a clue. However, from the logic of it, everyone's talking about it as if it's kind of free money. Now, free money, is there such a thing? Not really, no. So the idea of you just plug your computer into a network and set it to go, and you can just start making money off this new made up currency. Man, like, a lot of smart people are like, yeah, it's a new way to make money and everything. Oh, that's the future. Really? A made up currency is the future? I'm intrigued by that. Then easy to make you into a glaze, it seems. Okay, cool. Just popped in. We'll have to do a catch up later as we have guests coming. They're looking great. Thanks, dude. Thanks, Phil. Bit hoping watching this will give me some painting motivation. No, I'm hoping. I'm hoping I can inspire. That's my thing. It's frightening. I don't paint that fast. You can see how fast I'm painting right now. I don't paint that fast. I just paint a lot. That's all. We set up an independent site. Exactly. Wargame Online did exactly the same thing. Twitch is the same thing. You're on someone else's platform. Elston on Patreon, on Twitch would work. I'm not a fan of Patreon. Really not a fan of Patreon. Look, I've got my own reasons, and I'll sort of discuss. I've said them in the past, but I'll just explain. Like, Patreon is basically just asking people for money. And yes, the majority of things these days are the same as doing that. And yeah, you might give a little content back to do that. I can appreciate, I can understand the mentality to that. But when everyone at the beginning and end of their videos is putting an ad up saying, would you like to follow me on Patreon? And I can't skip past that ad, it bugs me. It really bugs me. I just don't agree with it. Like, there's enough ads in the world. I have ads on Facebook every time now. I'm just like, oh. So to watch a YouTube channel that I like, and then have them throw some salesman spiel at me about paying them money. Is it right? Is it wrong? I don't know, because at the end of the day, they're doing something to make you content, and so they put an effort into it. I know I do the same thing. It's fair enough. But like, there should be an option to skip it. If there was an option to skip all the Patreon ads, I wouldn't have a problem with it, but there's not. Everyone just puts it at the end or the start of the video, and I'm just like, it's kind of cringe. I think maybe it's the cringeworthy aspect of seeing people who aren't salesmen try to be salesmen. I think maybe that's more what I've got a gripe with. Yeah, basing a business on a single website to go down, not a great idea. If you have your own website and your own kind of vendor that's doing the website, that's a different story altogether, like Wargamer Live. Still a bit going on. Okay, Phil, I'll see you later, buddy. Have a good one. I'll catch up with you soon. Um, yeah, it's just a thing. That's me. I, people do what they do. At the end of the day, I'm not really going to hold it against them. That's fine. They make their money. They do what they do. People want to support it. That's fine. For example, Kilroy wanted to support me on Patreon, but I don't have it, so he sent me some paints instead. Now that I would never ask him for anything ever in my life ever again. He's done something amazing here, and I cannot thank him enough. Like, there's an opportunity I probably would have never picked these up, but he's done this for me, and I didn't ask for him, but wow, what a gesture! So I'm indebted on that one. So yeah, amazing. Um, but yeah, Patreon is just a thing. It's just my thing. It's a personal thing. Either way, some people have a value in what you do and want to reward you for it. But as I said, it's very personal on both sides. Yes, that is very true. As I said, there's reasons for and against. It's my opinion. I'm against. So, would be good. Would be good. Is YouTube allowed to do? YouTube allows you to do your own skippable ads. Yes, that would be very good. Yeah. So yeah, if YouTube allows you to do your own skippable ads, then yeah, that'd be fine. But again, this is all personal preference. I'm not hating on anyone that does it. They do their own thing. I'm just me, not into my thing. So I need to drink this and carry on with painting, otherwise we're never going to get anything done. Does anyone else do that when their tea's kind of going cold? Kilroy, yeah. When the tea's going cold and get into the cold bit, but you still got quite a lot left, and you're like, I don't want to put this down because if it gets any colder, I'm not going to drink it. So you just neck like half a cup. No, excuse me, I was sneezing there. Yeah, so like neck a cup of half of like lukewarm tea. It's a thing I seem to do quite regularly these days. Um, yes. Yeah. So coffee's still good cold. A guy at work bought me one of those cold chilled ones. That was kind of like a smoothie, and I've never really tried them before. I'm personally just not really something I'm not a massive coffee drinker. I'm a tea drinker. So he bought me that, and I was just like, right, why did you buy me this? He's like, oh, you drink coffee all the time, don't you? I was like, no, I drink tea. And he's like, oh, well, it's like a smoothie. It's like, okay, all right. And I drank it, and it was one of the most peculiar things. Just like, I'm not sure if I like it or not. It did taste a bit like a smoothie, but also like a coffee. And it generally confused me quite a lot. So yeah, I may be novice and like I've like loads of people may have had those things. I can't remember what they're called. I don't know, frozen ice coffees? Is that it? Is that a thing? I know you get iced tea, but yeah. You ever had them? They're weird. Um, let's have a read. So, see you, Phil. You'll probably watch this later. Patreon is a tricky one. If you have something that you make and sell, like an artist called Jeff Miracola, who does a top class fantasy art for Wizards of the Coast, etc., creates how to paint videos, and that's pretty cool. And DVDs, then at least people know they're supporting an actual artist of some sort. But when it's just videos for someone's hobby by people doing commissions, then it's a bit odd. Yeah, I would agree with you on that one. Yeah, it's weird. I can appreciate that thought. If it is someone it is a business and it's keeping them going, I definitely wouldn't rely on it as a business model. Like, you shouldn't rely on it. that's my personal, because again, it's another website. You've got to rely on someone else to do it, and that's my thing. I think the most successful people in the world are people who don't have to rely on someone else. They're the people which have everything, like the infrastructure and everything, to support themselves. So if something goes down, they can fix it, rather than having to go, oh, YouTube's just gone down during my 24-hour live stream. I can do nothing about this. Yeah, it's not a very good business model. But again, my personal opinion, not everyone's. And I can understand people's points of view. So, right, let's crack on with these Goliaths. We've got to get them done. Got to get them done. So, yes, interesting. Don't want that to be a rant. And don't get me wrong, if you're doing Patreon, that is fine. That is absolutely fine. People like Luke's APS. Now he's done it a different way. So he's gone in with another company, and if you buy something from the company, he gets a percentage of it, which keeps him afloat. So you are getting something for cheaper because of Luke, and Luke is getting some money out of that. That works for me, because you're getting something. He's giving you something physical, as in a discount, and you, in turn, are giving him money back. So it's kind of like a win-win thing. So I like that idea. That's a real sound, solid idea. I like that strategy. But you can do that with everyone. Not everyone on YouTube can do that now. Because I don't think there's a wargaming channel that's over like 1 million subscribers or anything like that. So there's how do you how would a niche market, like if everyone who's doing wargaming videos wanted to get a sponsorship with shops and stuff like that, did wargaming products, there are not enough shops in the world to support all the YouTube wargamers. So, oh, Mark Dewhurst, I bought a Camelback thermos that keeps drinks cup keeps warm for 5 hours. Man, I've got to get me one of those instead of necking cold tea. Wonderful. They're trying to get my own artwork sold, but I'm unsure if I want to use Patreon or not. Oh, interest, go for it. If it works for you, it works for you. As I said, just don't rely on it. If you get your business up and running, then Patreon will probably just be a nice, like, kind of thing on the side to keep you going and ticking over and get a little bit extra pennies. What else we got? Yeah, that Jeff guy's an illustrator, so the Patreon supports his work, but isn't his main income. See, that's I like that. Not many can afford a T1 connection to their door. Fair enough. That is fair enough. I think that maybe why so many people do the cross-platforming thing. If one's down, you can boss the income from the other. Yeah, I can understand that. YouTube, Twitch, Patreon, hit all three at the same time, and yeah, you could potentially make some money off of it. You have a microwavable mug so you can rewarm your tea. That's nice, but rewarm tea can be a bit odd. Rewarm tea. I've tried it a few times. What I tend to find, I have to stick it in the microwave, heat it up for like 30 seconds, and then take it out and stir it. Because it seems to just like heat the bottom of it to an insane temperature, but the top is still really cold. Or the other way around. I can't remember which. But yeah. one way or another, you have to stir it after you microwaved it, otherwise it goes a bit. Ugh. So, I'm not sure if Wargamer Online are doing a show today or not, because it's usually Hangouts with Sam on Saturday. So I'm unsure if there's going to be a show with them later on. I can't remember if I saw that on my list of things pop up. So yeah, if you're sitting around waiting for things to do and stuff to watch on YouTube, I'm sure Wargamer Online will hopefully be popping up a bit later on. Chilling Wargamers should be on tomorrow night. I say should be because Spud has assured me he will be hungover. So if anyone would like to pop along, I think we're doing for about 7 o'clock. If anyone would like to pop over and see a very hungover Spud and see if I can mock him in any way, shape, or form, or if you've got any ways to try and perk him up out of his hungover state, more than likely what's going to happen, he's going to ask not to do it, because if he's hungover, he's either going to fall asleep on me or midstream, or he's just not going to be listening and be half asleep and just be like, Spud, are you awake? You're like, yeah, cheeseburgers and mozzarella cheese on bread. And yeah, so we'll see. We'll see. So the likelihood, I think, we're doing Chilling War Games tomorrow. I think, but there is a strong possibility that it might not happen. Yeah, I think you got a nail there, Bazooka. Yeah, I think if you use those platforms but don't rely on them, that's the best way to go. View them as a mean of making extra cash. Exactly. Yeah, I'd agree with that. And again, I mean, I'm a YouTuber, so I'm not really going to say about don't do YouTube videos. Listen, do it. But I've said it since like way back. I mean, Bazooka, you probably remember this from back in the day when I used to first started doing chill and chats. Is don't rely on YouTube to make you money, because you're not going to make a lot of money unless you're like super interesting to watch. But I don't, unless you're playing computer games, I don't think anyone's that interesting to watch. I take my tea NATO bog standard, so it tastes the same, hot, rewarmed, and cold. You can stand a spoon up in it. Oh, it's like gravy. Wonderful. There is a sign of a person who is a manly tea drinker. I will take my tea standing up, please. Wonderful. So I'm now painting a very, very, very large wrench. Like, this is a colossal wrench. I've never seen a wrench this size before. I don't know anyone that would use a wrench like this. This is ridiculous. But, I mean, for example, this wrench is the size of a human being, I'm pretty sure. Because Goliaths are like genetically engineered to be bigger. They're like a mix between Ogrins and stuff now. It's the new fluff. So that wrench is huge. Like, really, really big. How odd. Painting gigantic wrench. It is weird. If you have a look at these. Can I get the light on that better? There we go. It's a bit better. Coming closer. Come on. Focus. There we are. It is weird what a bit of metal colour starts to do. Whoop. Hey, posted a link for me. Oh, 2 seconds, Mark. Let's go have a look on Facebook. Do. I've got 5 new messages. Okay. Oh, God, my internet is slow. Ooh. Oh, how interesting. I was just looking at the picture he sent me as well. Cotswold Outdoor. There's a shop of them by me. Camelback. Oh, £33. Wow. I'll see if I can I enlarge that? Can I? I was going to try and That's annoying. Why can't I? Open image in new tab. Can I do that? Will that work? So I was going to try and show you a little bit of a screen share, but it doesn't seem to work. So Mark's done some cool work on like a wall. I know it seems it seems weird that I would say he's done some amazing work just on a wall, and it's not a graffiti, but there's some amazing just like colors and definition in it, and it's just a block. It's really cool. Let's see if I can do this as well. If we do, when we had some notifications earlier, see if I can get the other pictures up, which we had from someone else as well earlier. This one. Come on. Cool. Right. Okay. So I'll just do a quick little screen share for you. Screen share. So this was from Sean A. Johnson. So this is what I was talking about, the lovely skin tones and everything. Whether or not, I think maybe that just needs to go maybe a touch lighter or maybe a bit of highlight. A bit of a wash on the bone. Really liking this axe. Yeah, just touch up on the skull there. And then, yeah, really, really nice that was done. This is Mark's block. As I said, yeah, it's just a block, but it's really quite cool seeing the different colors, like there's greens and what looks like purples and stuff in there as well. And you get the interesting thing you see with walls at the top. You see this kind of streaky down thing which happens. And just for this is the camelback which he's talking about. So yeah, this keeps your drinks warm, and I may have to invest in one just to keep my tea warm. So yes. Right. Back to yeah. Mate, I like that, mate. So, with a wrench that big, gotta wonder how big how big the nuts are he's twisting. Um, I'm assuming he has gigantic nuts he needs to twist. This is the start of the darkness. It's about to happen. So it goes a bit twisted. Wonderful. He has gigantic nuts. So big that he needs a wrench the size of a human being to be able to twist his nuts. Wonderful. Da, 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 da. Sorry, just concentrating for a second. How does BJR see that? BJR? Question mark? What does BJR mean? I'm confused. What am I missing? I'm not very quick on the uptake with acronyms. Oh no, what's it? Oh, there's no acronyms. Oh, whatever the names. The abbreviations of words using just that. Um, when like LOL and WTF first started making an appearance on the scene, probably about 10 years ago or something now. I didn't know what was going on. It was like people started talking, they go, "Oh, WTF, mate." I'm like, "What did you just say to me?" And people had to explain it to me very simply. That's why I was not quick on the uptake. I was like, right, okay. Well, why are you saying WTF? And they're like, oh, because that's sort of what it means. I was like, yeah, but surely it's like easier to actually say the actual words. Ah, Bazooka J Ramp. Oh, duh. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, massively, massively slow on the uptake when it comes to those things. But yeah, someone had to explain to me WTF. So I asked the question, well, why don't you actually just say what the F? Um, and they were, well, because like no one really gave me a sensible answer. They're like, instead of laughing, people just said lol. And I was like, what are you talking about? It was funny. And they're like, yeah, lol. What do you mean lol? Your head's not lolling side to side. And they're like, no, that's just what happens. You lol. I was like, what? And they're like, oh, Rufflecopter. I was like, what is going on here? And like that went on for weeks. Weeks. I thought everyone was insane. And yeah, then I got up to speed. I still don't think it's right that people say lol instead of actually laughing. That's just weird. and saying WTF. I can understand if you're trying to be covert and like not say it in front of your boss, but well, not say it in front of children, but if you're around your mates and none of them mind swearing, why do people not use the real words? That's my query. I never really understood it. Because WTF is more syllables than what the F. It's harder to say that than what the F. Yeah, you see what I mean? Yeah, I don't know what the copter part was either. Everyone just said Rufflecopter. And I was like, what's a Rufflecopter? I still don't know what Rufflecopter means. Like, I gave up, to be honest with you. I was just like, okay, the human race has evolved and I've been left behind, so I'm just going to deal with my fate and just so be it. That's the point where I thought, I'm getting old. I'm turning into like people that are like, I don't want to understand this stupid technology, like computers and stuff. Just give me a pen and paper any day. Like, okay. The computers kind of rule the world now, so yeah. Um, yeah. So how strange. Right. We're not getting very fast with this. This is the problems I'm finding with the Goliaths. They're so fiddly. And effectively I'm painting detail which slows everything down. So, well, I've got 3 guys with just basic bare metal on them out of that session. Devolved, you mean? Yes, I've devolved. I've gone backwards. Rufflecopters and AC. Yeah, sure. Uh, it's hard to convey the tone via text. Yeah. Yeah. Either way, I'm sure I'm behind the times and everything on this one, so it is what it is. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been absolutely fantastic, but I'm going to end the show here. I'm going to go spend some time with the missus and see what is happening in the world outside of painting. I may come back and do some more later. I don't know, but they're taking a toll on me. These Goliaths. They are slow going, and they're wearing me down a little bit. So I've got to basically recharge, get a bit more energy, and then see what I can do. But yes, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully I'll catch you guys maybe tomorrow. Chill and wargamers. If not, I am intending on trying to get more and more chill and chats done. I'll try and do one a day. That is pushing it. I mean, like one every other day, maybe. So we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, hopefully I shall catch you sometime soon in the near future. And thank you everyone for joining in the chat. I hope you have a good day, a good weekend. Enjoy wherever you are, whatever you're doing, because Christmas is on its way, and I'm hoping Christmas is good for all of you. So hopefully you're the first name in Bazooka, and my second name sounds like some kind of snooker term, and we're normal. Fair enough. Right. Well, have a good one. I'll catch you all next time. See you later. Bye bye.